biggest word of the year was motion. Everybody want motion. Everybody want to have motion. But if you really want to have motion, the first thing you got to do is be the main character in your own life. Let me adjust my hat for this because we about to go crazy. So first things first, you got to stop caring what other people think about you and stop getting your validation from other people. It's all about self-worth, you feel me? And you can't find self-worth through what other people say about you and what other people think about you, because if that happens, then when people stop rocking with you or when trends die or whatever you got goes out of style, then you're gonna feel like you're not lit, and that's not the truth. For instance, if you got a BBL and the only reason you got a BBL is because the world likes BBLs right now, when the world is off BBLs, which you're kind of starting to do, then you're still gonna feel as terrible as you did before you got the BBL because everyone was paying attention to the other people. Now you got the BBL, people still ain't paying attention to you. All that time and attention you're giving to other people and what they're saying, you gotta take that, turn it around, look inside yourself and figure out, okay, why do I like me? And once you find that self-worth, it's low-key like a cheat code because you could really do anything you want, and because you're like really confident in how you're doing it, you're gonna step and you're gonna look fire. There's a reason that all these celebrities dictate fashion culture, because they're confident when they put anything on. Think about how many times you've seen something that you thought was ridiculous and then a celebrity wore it and you're like, actually it's not that bad, because they wear it, then society wears it, and now you're starting to see other people wearing it and you're like, I was wrong about that. For me, it was when fitteds came back. I would have never thought that I'd be wearing fitteds again. When I was wearing dad hats and snapbacks, I was like, yo, fitteds are over. And then people started wearing fitteds again and I'm like, it actually don't look that bad. Now, if you liked fitteds the whole time, but you didn't want to wear them because you didn't think you looked cool, or you were waiting for everyone else to start liking fitteds again before you liked it, then you did it all wrong. You could have been the person that brought fitteds back. The fact is that when you care less about what other people think, your life is just more free, because a lot of the stuff that we don't want to do or we're scared of doing is because society has said that it's wrong or it's lame. Bro, if you like Pokemon cards, there's a way to swag Pokemon cards. I don't know what it is, but there's a way. Look at all the people selling cards for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's swagging the card, because I promise you, any girl you're trying to talk to or any guy that you're trying to talk to that said you're weird for collecting Pokemon cards, when they find out that you sold that Charizard for 100K, the lips are gonna be quiet. You're not gonna hear a pim. But that's especially how I feel about fashion. Today more than ever, you could literally wear anything that you want. If you like baggy jeans, wear them. If you like skinny jeans, wear them. If you like snapbacks or fitteds, like I said, wear them. If you like Timbs, wear them. If you like Air Forces, wear them. Because everything goes out of style, comes back in style from people that don't care about what other people think and put stuff on because they like it. You feel me? So here's what I want you to do. You feel me? I want you to envision the perfect version of yourself. What do they wear? What do they act like? You get super specific. What do they eat in the morning? What type of job do they have? What gym do they go to? How many times a week do they go to the gym? What type of haircut do they have? The more specific you get, is the easier it is to really figure out what you got to do in your mind to really achieve that version of yourself, you know? One super important thing is you need to challenge the negative thought patterns that come into your mind. When you realize that you're starting to think negatively about yourself, you got to intercept it and try to change it into something positive, because when you start thinking negatively, that, whether consciously or subconsciously, it affects how you move in the world. If I'm on a basketball run and every time I get the ball at the 3-point line, I feel like I'm gonna miss, then I'm gonna miss. When you catch a ball, you gotta think that you're gonna hit it every time. And even if you don't, you gotta tell yourself, all right, next time I got it. Unshaking, unwavering confidence is the key. But like I've been talking about, there's steps that you could take to build it. So rather than just suppressing all the negative thoughts you have, when they happen, you gotta build a positive narrative about yourself. That means you gotta consciously try to think about and celebrate the positive aspects of anything that's going on in your life. Don't focus on your flaws and your shortcomings. You gotta focus on the positive aspects, because everybody has them. Like for instance, I don't like my head shape. I feel like my head shape looks weird. Now some people are gonna be like, what are you talking about? Your head is completely normal. But that's the thing. You see things about yourself that everybody else doesn't see. I would have to be like, okay, my head shape's weird, but I'm still cute. You feel me? Something like that. Okay, my head shape's weird, but I'm tall and people like tall people. So okay, that's my one advantage. Now flip it. If you were short, you could be like, okay, girls like tall guys. I'm short, but I could dress. Like I could put that on and my body's really nice. I'll be in the gym. So you can't focus on the negative. You gotta focus on the positive. You gotta tell yourself more empowering and optimistic stories. Okay, I didn't get that job, but the job that I'm gonna get is gonna be so crazy that I'm gonna be glad that I didn't get that little bum ass job. All right, I didn't make the team this year, but I'm about to grind so hard in the summer that when I come back in the fall, I'm killing. And then when you take that positive thought and you focus on yourself, now all summer you're doing dribbling drills, you're running, you're in the gym, you're eating right, you're sleeping, you're drinking water. You are now the main character. You see how easy it is? It's like a glitch. You also gotta embrace self-obsession without the negative connotation that it has on. Now, when you hear someone's obsessed with themselves, of course you feel like it's a bad thing, but it's not necessarily always a bad thing, especially if you struggle with self-esteem issues. You have to prioritize yourself. Like, there's a way to be self-obsessed, but it's healthy. Now, don't fall into the trap of narcissism. Being narcissistic, that's basically just when you think that you're better than everybody else. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's what it means. Being self-obsessed is not that. That just means you're putting yourself first. And I feel like guys are a lot better at that than women are. Like, women will conform for the people that they care about. Guys are more like, bro, like, I'm doing my own thing and that's it. Some examples of that are like, okay, I have an exam tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'm at home. This girl that I like calls me, oh, I'm stuck downtown. Can you please give me a ride? I know it's 3 a.m., but I need a ride. At that point in time, you gotta put yourself first. Yo, I'm sorry, I can't. I got an exam in the morning. Would you rather go pick that girl up? Now you're mad tired, you fail your exam, you fail the class, and now what? It's not worth it. This self-obsession that you work on, it's supposed to help you improve your belief that you're worthy of love and of recognition. Because that's the main thing that a lot of people want. They want to be loved and they want to be recognized. Recognized in their job, recognized by the people that they like, recognized by their family, recognized by their friends. Everybody just wants recognition and everyone wants love. You want to feel love. You want to feel important. Now, how can you feel important if you're an NPC? Like, I will never understand how you could be a side character in your own life. You can't be doing more things for other people than you're doing for yourself. That don't make sense. It's like a phone battery. You can't help someone else charge their phone if your phone is dead. You need the charger. You also need to overcome comparison in this age of social media. And that is hard. Don't let anybody tell you it's not, and don't let anybody tell you that they've never done it, because they're cat. Now, one thing that I've learned from being on the internet and being on the other side of socials, where yeah, I got a lot of followers and my life looks lit and whatever, everybody is faking it and everyone is trying to figure it out. Like, nobody knows what they're doing. People put on a front to make it seem like they know what they're doing, but that's just more insecurity because you don't want people to actually know that you don't know what you're doing. Bro, there's a lot of these Instagram girls that all of their pictures are designer bags and they're on beaches and whatnot, and they don't have a home. They're sleeping on couches, sleeping on blow-up beds. But you watching that, you would think, whoa, this girl is all that and a bag of chips. She's not. There's dudes that post on private jets and big chains and designer clothes and fancy cars, and they're broke. They're renting the cars, they're borrowing the chains from their famous homeboys. Some of these jets are fake. You can go take pictures on a jet. There's companies that'll let you take pictures on the jet. Now you're at home thinking, damn, I'm not doing enough with my life because this person got all that. Or someone achieved what I want to achieve and they're younger than me. You cannot compare because everyone's race is different. You have to be authentic, because if you're not authentic, you won't be able to keep it up. There's all these people that are like, oh, I can't post a picture unless my makeup's done and I got all these nice clothes on. Bro, if you were just you wouldn't feel like you need to be validated by your clothes and think that people won't like you because you're not wearing fancy clothes. Look at Emma Chamberlain. She'll post no makeup in her bed, hair messy. And there's other people who they wouldn't do that in a million years. But that's just her, and she's comfortable in herself. I'm telling you, you may not believe me, but I'm telling you, you can make anything cool. It doesn't matter if you play Minecraft all day or Dungeons and Dragons. There's gamers that are making millions of dollars playing Minecraft. So someone's gonna tell you that playing Minecraft is for losers and you're making millions of dollars? No. They're gonna be like, oh, that's what's up. Speaking of social media, you gotta unfollow negativity. Like, that's the only way that's gonna get out of your head, because subconsciously you're scrolling and comparing. You're scrolling, taking in this negative news and all the drama that's going on socials. It's not good for you. I literally deleted the Twitter app off my phone. I don't use Twitter anymore because to me, Twitter's just become very dark. It's about making fun of people, highlighting people's mistakes, and everyone throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like that. Pages like Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, all those gossip blogs, I think I still follow a couple of them, I'm not gonna lie, just because they do have current events sometimes, but unfollowing them ain't necessarily a bad. You know what? Just for you, I'm about to unfollow one right now because I really don't need to be following these pages. I'm gonna go to Hollywood Unlocked and they're getting the boot. See them? Unfollow. They're out of here. Cause why am I really following them? It's gossip news. I don't need to know that. Now, not only those pages, sometimes you have to unfollow people that post negative things, or even if they don't post negative things, if somehow they're making you feel negative about yourself, they need to go. You might love Pooh Shiesty and Meek and Jay-Z and all these rappers, but if them posting their Maybachs and them on the plane and them sitting courtside makes you feel bad about working at McDonald's, they have to go. Now, I guess sometimes you want to see it for motivational purposes, but do that. Look at it when you need motivation. Don't look at it every day and compare yourself and wonder why you're not in that position. That's not going to help you at all. Consciously choosing what influences your daily life is what's going to really make a transformation in you. If you're a girl and you're really conscious about your body and you want to get thick, but you're more of like a slim shorty, unfollow Big Booty Judy. She has to go. I already talked about visualizing your perfect self a little bit, but I want to go a bit deeper in that. Pause. So after you visualize your perfect self, what they do, what they eat, what they wear, where they work, the people they hang out with, take actionable steps. Write it down. And once you write all that stuff down, write down how you can achieve those things. The focus is on taking concrete steps towards these personal growth goals of yours. You want to look better. Okay, you gotta have a self-care routine. You gotta go to the gym more. You gotta get more sleep. You gotta eat better. And the more specific you could get, the better. Okay, you're going to the gym. You want to go to the gym 5 days a week. If you're not one of those people that could just cold turkey get into a habit, you got to build it gradually. Start by going once a week, then go twice the next week, go 3 times the next week, go 4 times the next week, go 5 times the next week, and eventually it just becomes a habit that becomes a part of your life. A big thing that a lot of people, including myself, sometimes struggle with is having present moment awareness. When good things are happening to you, you have to sit in that moment. Do activities that bring you pleasure and joy. If you like watching movies, watch some movies. If you like dancing, go take a dance class. If you like building Lego figurines, go build Lego figurines. It doesn't matter. But when you're doing it, realize, wow, this is fun. I enjoy this. And it doesn't matter what other people think about it. Oh, why are you playing video games so much? I like playing video games. It brings me joy and I'm happy. And that's it. Like that's it. Because we're on our phones so much, comparing our lives to other people, we don't really take in what's going on in the moment. We're at concerts. Everyone is recording the concert to show other people or to look in the future at what happened in the concert. Like, that doesn't really make sense. And I've done it too. I'm not saying I'm exempt from all these things because I'm not perfect, but just be there in the moment. When you put on a fire fit, tell yourself, yo, I look good. When you're listening to a fire song, yo, this song is a banger, and vibe to that song for those 2 minutes and 35 seconds. This whole approach is supposed to bring up the mindset of self-love and self-indulgence. You gotta do things for yourself. You wanna get your nails done, go get your nails done. You wanna get a fresh cut, get that fresh cut, because it makes you feel better about yourself. It also helps to stop the conscious cycle of negative thoughts and external judgment. Because really, think about it. When you get a fresh cut, guys or girls, when you get your hair done, nobody can't tell you anything. It's just that feeling of confidence that you have. No one can tell you anything. And that is the type of mindset that you're aiming to have all the time. Don't let anyone make you think that they have it all the time. They don't. The point is just to have it as much as possible, you know? You also have to embrace saying no. This is tied into putting yourself first. You gotta establish boundaries and prioritize your personal comfort over all the social expectations that you feel like you need to do. You don't need to go to the party just because someone invited you. You don't need to go out and eat if you don't really have money just because the rest of your friends are going. Refuse the things you don't want to do. You don't have to take that girl to the airport just because she asked you and she's really pretty. Somebody asks you for money, you don't have to send it. I'm not sending it. Like, bro, if you're not one of my day ones and you're in a pickle, I'm not sending you bread. Like, I'm not doing that. And some people will do that and now they're stressed out because they loaned out their last $500 to someone who probably don't even really rock with them like that just because they were uncomfortable with saying no. No is uncomfortable, but once you get used to it, it'll just roll off your tongue. No, can't do it. Nope, can't come. That's really me right now. I don't really go to a lot of parties and a lot of clubs. People ask me, yo, are you going out this weekend? Yo, do you want to come to this party? Nah, I'm cool. Like, no is just my default answer. Here's the thing, when you say no a lot, say we're talking about going to parties. If you say no 9 times out of 10, that one time out of 10 when you come to the party, people are gonna be like, yo, you're here. And the reception is gonna be better than when people see you at every single party. Like, you're not special anymore. Sometimes you gotta limit other people's access to you. You gotta be exclusive, you feel me? That's the reason why anything is sought after. The real reason why people actually don't like panda dunks is not because everyone hates this black and white colorway, because when it came out, people loved it. It's the fact that Nike kept making it over and over and over and over and over to where everybody has it. And now that everybody has it, people don't want it. If there was 100 panda dunks in the world, people would say it's their favorite shoe. Now, acknowledging stress and being emotional is going to happen. You gotta have a safe outlet for that expression. Now, some people will choose therapy, but you gotta have stuff outside of therapy. Stuff that makes you feel good, stuff that lets you take your mind off of things. A lot of the things that we've talked about in this video already: going to the gym, hanging out with friends, listening to music, painting, watching movies, stuff like that. Writing in a journal, going for a walk, just taking a nice long drive. The next thing is you have to invest in yourself. And by this, I mean invest in your mind. We already talked about looking good and all that type of stuff. I'm talking about prioritizing self-education. You gotta educate yourself in areas where you feel uncomfortable or feel confused and lost. Just today, I had to fix my toilet. I had to take something out, buy something else, put something else in. I've never done no type of handiwork in my life. I watched a few videos on how to change the fill tank and I did it. After I did it, I feel accomplished. I called my mama and I'm like, yo, guess what I just did? You might as well call me Bob the Builder. What else do you need me to do? Think of something you've always wanted to learn about and go learn about it. You've always wanted to learn how to paint. You've always wanted to learn how to draw. We are in the information age where you could literally find anything on YouTube, Google, TikTok, any type of social media. If I wanted to learn right now how to take this video and put myself in space, I could learn it. I'm gonna keep trying to drill it into your head. You gotta live authentic. You gotta follow your personal passions, not the passions that the world makes you think that you should have. A good example of this is high school. Now, I did play sports, but I liked basketball. Some people feel like they need to play sports to be accepted, or they need to play sports to get girls. You don't. Look at Kai Cenat. Kai's the #1 streamer in the world. Kai is terrible at sports. And he's been said that he was never a sports guy. But if you're lit, you're lit. It doesn't matter. This is what I keep trying to tell you. You gotta peep game and lock in, twin. You could do theater. If you're swaggy at theater, you're still gonna be accepted. You're still gonna be cool. People still gonna like you. Like, you gotta do your own thing. I'm telling you that all these practices, they will significantly shift and improve your life. And don't let people that make these videos, even me, make you think they got it all figured out, because we don't. Every day you should be trying to improve yourself. Every day I'm trying to improve myself. I'm trying to get better at YouTube. For a long time, I've been on short form content, TikTok and Instagram, because I was better at it. And in a way, I just feel like YouTube made me feel a little crappy because I haven't figured out YouTube yet. And it's like, this is the only platform that I have that doesn't really have a lot of numbers compared to the numbers that I have on my other socials. Like, I'm about to hit 1 million on TikTok if I haven't hit it already. And at the time of this recording, I have like 49,000. So now that hurts your ego. Okay, I'm gonna go to the place where they like me more, and I'm gonna stick over there. But the challenge is, okay, let me come to this place where I'm not as established, not as known, and figure it out and build it up as well. So that's what I'm doing. That's my personal journey right now. And I'm still working on that. I still get insecure about it. I don't like dropping videos that get no views, but sometimes that's gonna happen. And I'm gonna have to realize that my self-worth is not tied into views. These are all vanity metrics. They don't really mean anything, because you could get 10 million views right now if you run outside with no clothes on, jump in some mud and roll around. So is it the views that really matter? Because if I got 10 million views for that, I wouldn't really feel good. It's about the content. And that goes for anything in anyone's life. If you got $1 million, but you got that $1 million because you robbed an old lady, nobody is gonna think that that is admirable. Like, you're not gonna feel good about yourself if you're a good person. So if you wanna become the motion god, you gotta do all these things, and it takes time, but you'll get to it.